right. Let me know if you can see and hear me. We'll start the game now. All right, welcome you guys to today's Q&A. This is an opportunity for you to ask your questions, get them answered. We do this every Tuesday at noon Central here on our YouTube channel. But if you can't do Tuesdays, never fear. We do it on Mondays on our Facebook channel, which is facebook.com/DTLinc. So hop on either one. It's 4 p.m. Central on Monday, Facebook, and it's Tuesday at noon Central here on our YouTube channel. But before I jump into everything, and while we're waiting for a few people to join us, let's talk about birthdays this week, because I didn't have my list of birthdays yesterday, and I do today. So for yesterday, Marilyn Russell and Mark Bilsbuck, Mark Heinz, and lots of birthdays on the 26th. Coronary Purnell, James Williams. Happy birthday, you guys. Happy birthday to Rodney Graves today. Ooh, you own today. It's all you today. Terry Casbar tomorrow. Happy birthday. Rolando Rosales. Happy birthday on tomorrow as well. All right, and on the 29th, Dale Lehman. Dale Lehman was on 2 weeks ago. He was on our podcast. If you missed it, go check it out. Our COO, Ken Cromwell, celebrates a birthday on the 30th, as well as Tom Bell, Andrew Davis, and Joshua Mitchell. So happy birthday here coming up on the 30th, you guys. Eddie Jacobson and Liam Lederer out of Missoula on the 31st. Adam Lugo on the 31st, and Raymond McKinley also on the 31st. Happy birthday, you guys. Ignacio Liziando, happy birthday on the 1st. What day is that? Sunday. Also, Kyle Adams, happy birthday. Plus, we've got lots of anniversaries. We've got a couple big anniversaries for the week as well. Eric Price celebrated his 4th anniversary yesterday here at Decker Truckline. William Edgerton. Willie is celebrating his 22nd anniversary. So happy anniversary to Willie. Arthur Gonzalez, his 11th anniversary started shortly after I did in 2010. I remember that. Yes, I do. Bruce Rollins, he's celebrating his anniversary on the 29th, Thursday. Michael Lister, Julius Martin, Thomas Norris, Ricardo Rodriguez, all on the 29th celebrating anniversaries. Matthew Bunting and John Norton also celebrating on the 30th, as well as Alan Chapman. And Chappie is celebrating his 28th anniversary here at Decker. And if I am not mistaken, maybe Katie can tell me this, I believe he's also celebrated his 55th? Sorry, his 5 million mile is what I meant to say, because I believe I saw a ring. I did, a ring celebrating his 5 million mile mark. Mark Gray is celebrating an anniversary on the 31st. Monty Moore, Grant Quinton. Now, Monty is celebrating his 13th here with Decker. Grant is celebrating his 2nd along with Mark Gray. And Patrick Corrigan has been here at 9 years out of our Missoula terminal. So congratulations to all those who are celebrating anniversaries and birthdays this week, of course. Hey, Frog. Hey. Eddie, thank you for joining us. Put a zip code in here. If you have any questions on what's available out of your area, based on where you live, throw your zip code in. Let's answer that. So living out of the Arizona area where you're at, Eddie, we can actually get you home about every 2 to 3 weeks. It's our over-the-road refrigerated division. Whether you're running as a solo or a team driver, we've got both options. Lease purchase, also an option. But it's refrigerated. It's 2 to 3 weeks out. We figure for every 7 days you're out, it's a day and a half home time. Experience and pay kind of go hand in hand. So depending on what experience you have or how many years you have, then your rate of pay will reflect that. So yes, and thank you, Anna. Justin, you made it. Good deal. Jack. Hey, Jack. Greetings from Alabama. Hello. Speaking of Alabama, let me see what I have out of your neck of the woods in Alexandria, Alabama. We have lots of options out of the Alabama area. So yours specifically, we have refrigerated. we have flatbed, we have home weekly refrigerated, we have home weekly flatbed. Of course, that depends on how much flatbed experience you have, because we do require at least 6 months of flatbed experience for our Southern Flatbed division. That runs a lot of Southeast, some Midwest, both in the refrigerated and flatbed division. You have the refrigerated flatbed, yeah. You have the option to run coast to coast as well. So if you decide, hey, I'm going to stay out 2-3 weeks at a time, running coast to coast, then you can see a lot more of the country as well. Frog says, hey, I was here first. He owned it. Awesome. Congratulations. Are we going to do Canada? Canada? What are you talking about? Nope, not that I know of. Not that I know of. Yep, if you already have 3 to 6 months of experience, we can try and work with that too. But yes, 6 months definitely don't have to go with a trainer or anything like that with 6 months of flatbed experience for that position. Amy made it. Hello, Miss Amy. Good to see ya. So yes, great question. And for the Alexandria area, like I said, we've got refrigerated, we've got flatbed, whether you're looking for home weekly or OTR options. We are going to be talking about our trucking orientation process today. So we're going to kind of dive deeper today into that than we would yesterday. But before we do so, I do want to highlight or kind of focus a little bit on one of the positions that we have in the Southeast. This is a dedicated position. It's our Tifton, Georgia position. It is our lone Conestoga trailer position. So if you are looking for home weekly and probably multiple times throughout the week, of course it does depend on where you live on how often we can get you home. But if you're looking for home weekly, if you live in the Atlanta area, or if you live in the Tifton, Georgia area, you'll be seeing Atlanta, Alabama, South Carolina, parts of Florida. I mean, you're running about a 500-mile radius, including possibly Nashville, Tennessee area. And you'll have about 3 to 4 stops on each load. Now, this is a Conestoga position. If you have flatbed experience, that is preferred but not required. It is a guaranteed pay of $1,000 a week. It's 55 cents per mile, and 10 cents of that is per diem. So you're not taxed on 10 cents a mile, which means you get a little bit of kickback, a little bit of extra take home on a weekly basis that you don't necessarily expect. So if you are running about 2,200 miles a week, you're looking at about a little over $1,200 for your gross pay. So requirements for that are the same as the requirements for any of our other guaranteed positions. So making sure that you're available for dispatch at least 5 days out of the week, 5 days out of the 7, which usually work out to be Monday through Friday for the most part. We've got like I said, be available for dispatch, no late loads, so no driver service failures, no load refusals. Get your paperwork in on time. We have the onboard scanners in the truck, which will make it a whole lot easier for you to get your paperwork in. Plus, we've got the TransFlow app that you can put on your phone as well, which also makes life easier. No preventable accidents and no CSA violations for the week. Now remember, that's week by week. So just because you say you had a backing incident last week, that's not going to have any bearing on this week's pay or guaranteed pay. Now the pay per mile is just that, is pay per mile. Based off the miles that you run, you'll get that every week. But that guarantee is there just in case, who knows, could be equipment issues. Maybe you had a breakdown, maybe you had layover, or didn't get the miles for some reason, or whatever the case might be. But as long as you meet those requirements, you'll make at least $1,000 for the week for guaranteed. And remember, that is gross. So you'll have your per diem and your taxes, your per diem on top of that, your taxes in that. So any questions, make sure you reach out to one of the recruiters at 888-668-0698, or you can apply online at drivedecker.com. So 888-668-0698, and we'll get those questions answered for you. So yes, that is our Tifton dedicated Conestoga position available. So Amy, little delayed, she says, at an appointment. All right, well, I hope it goes well for him. I have a few follow-ups for my munchkins as well coming up here in August. Frog says, what are we celebrating next month for trucker research? What are we going to do? For trucker research, I don't know. I know next month we will be celebrating our admin and some of the and HR and some of those people who are behind the scenes. Every couple of months we try to celebrate some of our departments and recognize all the efforts that they do to help support our drivers each and every week. And so in a couple of weeks we'll actually be celebrating them. And actually I have that is on my, nope, not on that one. Where's my calendar? My other calendar. Too many. So that is going to be the week of the second week. So 9th through the 12th, I believe. So excellent. There it is, sitting right next to me. How dare it? How dare it? So the Tifton Home Weekly, that's guaranteeing you're running about 18 to 2,500 miles per week, but again, guaranteeing that $1,000 minimum. We'll come back to that and we'll talk a little bit more about that later today in today's live, but I just wanted to make sure that I set that out. So Justin says, my Decker family tree. Love to hear it. Let's see how that grows, Justin. It's Trucker Appreciation Month. That is going to be September. So Truck Driver Appreciation Week is in September, and we've got all kinds of ideas, but if you have some specific ideas, I would love to hear them. Even put them in the chat. We'll take that. We're taking suggestions as we speak. We do have a few things in the work, but they're a surprise. We can't tell you what they are. But yes, we will most definitely take suggestions. So you're saying it's trucker, sorry, what was that for? It is Trucker, let's see, Appreciation Month. I didn't know that it was. Let's see, nope, just Trucker Appreciation Week, and that is in September. I had to look that up because I wasn't sure. As far as I know, that's what it is. Way to bring that up, yeah. We do have Brake Safety Week coming up at the end of August, so 22nd through the 28th. We just came out of a blitz here, a speeding blitz at the beginning of this month, and we'll be going through another. By the way, we came out of the blitz with zero infractions on any of the inspections. So that's a huge win for our professional drivers here at Decker. So fantastic. Kudos. Congratulations. You guys rock. Way to do your pre-trips. Way to do your post-trips. That's the important part. And of course, thank you for not speeding. And all of the above. So excellent, excellent. Continue to do your pre and post trips. Whether it's on the tractor, on the trailer, it's on both. It needs to be both. We need to make sure that if you're dropping a trailer, that it's in good shape. If it needs any repairs, we need to know. We need to fix those for you. You don't want to pick up one of those, and either does anybody else. So we want to make sure that we're staying on top of any trailer issues, truck issues, equipment of any sort. So please relay that information to the safety department. The safety extension is 8533. Eddie says, don't forget Cinnabon Depreciation Month. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. They depreciate, huh? Or at least disappear, I'm sure. All right. Also, for a couple of more days, we do have our scavenger hunt. I'm looking for my picture. Where's it at? There it is. All right. So we do have the scavenger hunt coming up. And the scavenger hunt, basically what this is, it's like a bingo card for us. And you have to fill out all 9 boxes. And you submit those to marketing@deckermail.com. So marketing@deckermail.com. You'll submit the pictures. And basically it's a picture of your truck and yourself. It's a selfie competition, selfie scavenger hunt type thing. And yes, we will have winners. We will actually have 3 prize winners. But get yourself and the truck, yourself and something red and yellow, something you and a pet or an animal. Could be a stuffed animal. Right, Patrick? Right. All right. You and the American flag, you and the Decker logo, you and a rest stop or a truck stop, you and another Decker employee or another Decker driver, or you and a street sign, not or, and you and a street sign. Be creative, by the way. and something that starts with the letter D. Something that starts with the letter D. So that is the competition. We're looking for everybody to fill out all 9 of them. So as you fill them out, then you will be entered in, like once you've completed all 9 of them, you'll be entered in for a chance to win a brand new, not used, just kidding. Okay, a brand new Yeti. So you'll get a Yeti cooler. This is one of those, here we go. This is one of those Yeti coolers that zips up on the top, the big old heavy duty zipper. These are nice, easy to tote around by yourself. You don't have to lift 1,000 pounds in order to carry this sucker around. Nice heavy duty Yeti. So one drawing for the Yeti, and you have to complete all 9 pictures and get them into either marketing at Decker Mail or get them into me at facebook.com/DTLinc, and that'll get them directly to me, and we'll file them in. Katie will put them together on a beautiful collage, and then you guys will vote. So you have to have that completed by the 31st, which is Saturday, right? Saturday. Must be completed by Saturday in order to qualify. Then we'll get those all put together, get them back on Facebook, and from there you guys will be responsible for voting. So whoever wins the most votes for their pictures will receive a $150 Visa gift card and a Decker Store gift card. And then the second place winner will get a $100 Visa gift card and a Decker Store gift card as well. So you'll be able to get goodies from the Decker Store as well as whatever else. I mean, I guess you could use the Visa there too. Who knows? Make a haul, that's for sure. Yeah, so you've got all kinds of options, but we'll have 2 winners based off of the pictures themselves and voting, and then we'll have 1 winner from the drawing itself. All right. So Tankzilla out of PA. What do we got out of there? I am thinking that you might be in an area that I don't have a whole lot of options for. Anna, you want to double check this with me on the map, but I believe this is outside of our hiring area. Let's see. I'm running things here. Let's see. Pulling up my map. That did not help me. So Scranton, let's see. Yeah, you're in an area that I do not have anything out of Scranton. What about you? Do you see, Anna, are you going to say the same thing? I just want to make sure, if you double check our maps, make sure. Yeah, it is. Unfortunately, it's currently out of our hiring area. I am so sorry. Now, if you left the tractor and trailer in Fort Dodge and during your home time, then we have options, which I recognize is a long ways away from you. But that would be the only way we'd be able to make it work as of right now. You're welcome. Yeah, I don't want to diminish how far away from you that is, but that is one thing that we wouldn't be able to. All right. Do you have a summer castle in Iowa? I do not. I do not. Oh, let's see. I'm trying to make sure that I'm missing all. All right, cool. Yes, we will announce. Okay, thank you, Anna, reading the comments here. Yes, we will announce the winner for the scavenger hunt on Facebook. So facebook.com/DTLinc. Make sure you guys are following us on there. We should be announcing the winner the week following the 6th, because the voting ends on the 6th. So it should be probably on Monday. We're hoping Monday the 9th, but it depends on how quickly we can get those tallied up, right? Anna. So yes, there you go. That's what we have. All right, let's talk about our orientation process, okay? So for those of you who are coming aboard to Decker, we've done a little bit of rearranging for our orientation process. We went from a week-long orientation, all kinds of information, and just shrunk that sucker down, really wielded it down to 2.5 days. Now, that's 2.5 days in Fort Dodge. You're still getting all of the same information, all that quality information that we would have given you when you come to Fort Dodge for orientation. But instead of doing it all in Fort Dodge, we've worked with the eNugget learning platform, Luma platform, and we've provided you an online orientation that you can complete before coming to orientation. Now, I word it as if you can complete it, but we highly, highly recommend you complete it before coming to orientation. It makes things a heck of a lot easier for our orientation leaders. It goes smoother for you, and then you just don't have to worry about it. You've already taken care of it. It's not going to delay you in getting dispatched out. So we want, plus, besides all of that, you do get a $100 bonus on top of the orientation pay for completing the online orientation ahead of time, getting your physical and your urinalysis drug test completed ahead of time, and we'll schedule those for you, so don't worry about that. Once your application's approved, we work on getting you scheduled for your physical and your drug test, and then getting you your online orientation login information, the link, so you can get that completed. And if you haven't already finalized or updated your clearinghouse, the Drug and Alcohol Clearing FMCSA clearinghouse, then we'll have you log in, release information to Decker. It's about a 2-minute process, 6 minutes if you forgot your password, and then it'll come back to us. But those 4 things must be done before coming to orientation, which gets you a $100 boost or a $100 bonus in the orientation pay. Then you'll have a $500 orientation pay on top of that once you've completed orientation, and it'll be put on your card, handed to you along with your dispatch, getting you dispatched out and putting you to work, which is, I recognize, the reason you're here to begin with. So let's talk a little bit more about that orientation. The online orientation is going to consist of a lot of DOT policies and procedures, DOT regulations, knowing a lot of the safety policies and procedures as well, in-house as well as for DOT itself. So basically you're starting general, and then we're just narrowing it down to our own company policies and procedures so that you're well informed on all of that. That's access that you'll continue to have. Plus, when you've completed the orientation, you'll also have the manual. There's an online manual in our intranet that's available to you that you'll have access to, as well as a guide or another manual for the TransFlow Geotab unit. The TransFlow Geotab unit is our ELD system that we use here at Decker. It's in our trucks. It's our communication with your driver managers. It's your dispatch information. It's your ELD. It's your scanner to get your documents in. So you get your bill of ladings and all the documents in. And if you had an accident or an incident or a claim, anything like that, that unit, that TransFlow Geotab unit, is going to relay the communication from you to the safety department, from you to your driver manager, from you to any of the departments that you need to get that information to. So that's one mode of communication, just one of the several modes of communication that are available to you here through Decker. But that's provided in all of the trucks. That's also some of the details that we'll be able to go through in orientation, so you'll physically be able to walk through logging in and using the TransFlow Geotab system. Now, if you have additional questions on there, make sure that you address that. Ask the questions. Do not be afraid to ask. And we will sit down and walk through a little bit more training there with you with that TransFlow Geotab system. Some people pick up on it really quick. Some people it takes a little bit. Maybe you're not as computer savvy as somebody else. That's okay. It's just a little learning curve, but we'll take the time, sit down, and go through all of that with you. So that'll be a fantastic opportunity for you. Justin says, also a hotspot. You know it. Yes, we have the hotspot in the Geotab unit. So the Geotab unit has the capability of Wi-Fi. So we'll give you the login. We'll show you how to do that if you have any questions. We'll log you in, and we'll have you use the TransFlow Geotab system as the Wi-Fi hotspot or what's the other, like the tethering and stuff, so that you'll be able to use your cell phone on it, or your computer on it, or your tablet on it, or whatever, whatever you choose. So that'll be available to you through the tablet as well. Good call, Justin. Knew I could count on you. So we have that. But again, we'll go through that process with you in orientation. They'll go step by step with that. Also step by step with getting your bill of lading, going through the procedures with how to contact the safety department if you needed to, the steps through that on your TransFlow system as well, the GeoTab system, as well as the TransFlow app if you prefer to use the app on your phone. Your access to either one of those. You'll also receive a contact card. That sucker is gold. In case you need it, you'll know who to contact. You'll be able to reach without bouncing around, getting lost in phone systems. Phone systems are fantastic when they work, but you know what? Sometimes you get lost in it. So what I ask of you is use, obviously, that contact card that you'll receive in orientation, but know your driver manager's number. It will be given to you. Hang on to that sucker and make sure that you call them directly. If they are gone, you will be given another number for whoever's covering for them at the time. You also have night ops, which is the main number here for the terminal. Night ops, if you don't know much about them, you can actually check them out on last week's podcast. We have an interview with them. It's a pretty fun interview, so it's not too serious, but it is informative. You recognize all they do for you, and don't underestimate where the line is drawn, or that there is even a line drawn on what their duties are. Their duties, they're going to take care of you, and that's what's important. So where was I at? Talking about the night ops, getting a hold of, having the right contact information, etc. Plus, like I said, this number here, this is the number to the recruiting department. Once you talk to a recruiter, you're speaking to the recruiter about the individual position that you're applying for, you're going to have the recruiter's direct number. Hang on to that. Couple of reasons. One, hang on to that sucker because we love referrals. And you will love referrals when you start getting a referral check. Our referrals pay within 90 days. The first 3 referrals that you refer within the year will pay $1,500 per referral, and again, within 90 days. So that can be pretty lucrative. Plus, the referral bonus is not just monetary. There are several different incentives, and I mean, it's a big opportunity for you. Anyway, so keep that number for your recruiter so that you have that handy and you can reach back out to them if need be. And whether it's a question that you have or a referral, but if you have a question for them, maybe you need to be, okay, so when we talked about my position, did we talk about this? You know what, if you have questions about that, feel free to reach back out to them. You will, however, go through an expectation form, not only with your recruiter, but with your driver manager. That expectation form will initially, obviously, start with your recruiter. They're going to find out from you, okay, what kind of miles are you looking for? What kind of pay are you looking to make on a weekly basis? What kind of pay are you looking to bring home on a weekly basis? The reason we ask those 2 questions right there is, gross pay is one thing. Gross pay is more come to account when you're looking for a home loan, which we've had a lot of people that have been able to purchase their first home because of Decker and the hard work that they've done. Well, I mean, they give Decker credit, but you got to admit that hard work is definitely coming from them and setting themselves up right, running the miles that they do in order to be able to afford their new house. But anyways, the gross pay comes into account, a lot of times when you're trying to apply for a loan or something like that. Your take-home pay is what you're living off of, so that's your net pay. And I know a lot of you guys know the difference. Not everybody knows, gross versus net. A lot of people get those confused, but that's the difference. Keep in mind, you're starting at the gross pay. That's going to be the larger of the amounts. You do have the opportunity to take advantage of our benefits. We have a Blue Cross Blue Shield. It's an 80-20 plan that starts after 60 days. Yes, we've just changed it to 60 days. We also have increased significantly our 401k match from 30% last month up to 50%. So we now have a 50% 401k match, which I believe also starts at 60 days. I think that just changed here recently as well. So take advantage of that. keeping that in mind, your gross pay is up here, and depending on how much you put in, you invest into your 401k and what insurances you take advantage of, etc., that's going to bring your gross pay, your net pay, down from your gross pay just a little bit. So obviously we need to know what numbers you're looking to work with so that we can make sure that we can meet or even exceed your expectations. Now the same goes in reverse. We need to make sure that what your expectations are, not only can we meet them, but are you going to be able to meet our expectations? Our expectations, they're pretty basic when it comes into the position itself, the duties and responsibilities. Make sure you're available for dispatch. No driver service failures. No load refusals for the week. This is all that qualifies for the guaranteed pay. No preventable accidents, no CSA violations, and of course, get your paperwork in each and every week. Get it in by 10 p.m. on Sunday so that you receive the guaranteed pay, and you get paid every Friday, by the way. Now, if your guaranteed pay is not as much as your number of miles that you run, times your rate of pay, of course. So if your miles exceed that guaranteed, you're going to get the better of the two. And for the most part, for most of the positions with the guarantee of $1,000, we most definitely expect it to be above that. So Justin says, it's because of Decker we aren't living paycheck to paycheck. Whoop, whoop. Love that. Also, vacations, he says. I do expect pictures. If you're going to be sharing that, I'd like to see that. Hey, William, you made it again. I absolutely love it. Good deal. Michael, hello, Michael. 401k, 50% match is great, he says. Awesome. Thanks, Michael. Love that you're here. Appreciate that. So, yeah, see, we've made those increases. A lot of that has come from our work hound, which I know a lot of you guys have taken the moment to fill out some of those surveys. Workhound is the company that we've partnered with to kind of get some of that information from you and what you're looking for, what your expectations are, some suggestions that you have. Not everybody is comfortable with sharing or even knows who to share information with on suggestions that they might have. You know, do I go to my driver manager? Do I go to safety? Who on earth do I give this idea to that I feel would really benefit the company? Well, instead of having you play the guessing game, we have this survey that is text out to you. It's emailed out as well, but it's text out to you. You can fill it out. They're not very long. They're really brief, 5 minutes, 3 minutes. They don't take very long at all. But it gives you the opportunity to give us feedback. You'll have one after orientation. You'll have one, every now and then you'll have an opportunity to respond back with a suggestion. Now, if you do have a suggestion and maybe WordCount isn't available at the time, or maybe you couldn't find the link, do not ever hesitate to reach out to us on Facebook. Facebook.com/DTL Inc. And just message us directly. That's going to come to me. We will be able to answer your questions. We'll be able to relay that suggestion on to the right people. Maybe make some, make a little ground with it. But that's where the 50% match for the 401k came from. Mr. Decker was super excited to roll that out. That's also where some of these guaranteed pay opportunities came from. Some additional home time opportunities came from. Where the pet policy, where we allow an 85-pound dog and we now allow 2 dogs, as long as they're not more than 40 pounds combined. But we've been able to grow that all together. So those are all coming from our WorkHound, what we call our WorkHound wins. And you can see those on our Facebook page. Katie actually posts those on a regular basis. WorkHound wins, so you are well aware of what we have accomplished because of your guys' suggestions. So please don't hesitate to continue that information. And now that I saw Katie is on, it just reminded me that we do have just a couple of days to get the the second quarter, but the quarterly safety training in. So you have until the 31st, I believe, which is, like I said, Saturday, to get in the quarterly safety training for this time period. So please make sure that you do that. Okay, that was a side note just because I saw that Katie hopped on. Rung a bell. William says, just renewed my license. Do I send a copy on TransFlow? Yes, you can send a copy on TransFlow. You can also send a copy to me on Facebook.com/DTL Inc. through Messenger if you want to. and then I can pass it on to the safety department. But if you do it on TransFlow and send it to the safety, then you'll be golden. And I'll make sure that they are aware that it's coming, okay? Give me 1 second so I can write myself a note. All right, William, safety license update. That's my shorthand. It's not very shorthand though, because I have to write it all out so I know what I'm saying. Justin says, and already sent them. Mount Rushmore and Dignity statue. Oh, very cool. Okay, so I'll have to check those out. Very cool. He's got to send me the vacation pictures. Got to see what he was up to. Got to know what you're up to. All right, so back to the orientation. Like I said, having the contacts available to you. We want to make sure that it's an open door policy. If you have questions, do not hesitate to reach out to us, whether it's the training department, your driver manager, safety, myself. You're going to have an art ambassador. So what the heck is an art ambassador? An art person or an art ambassador is somebody who's going to help you from the day you start on towards at least the next 90 days. And they're going to be there to help you work the TransFlow system. If you have a question, they're going to be able to answer it. If you're curious about the scorecard, you've talked to your driver manager, you need to talk to somebody a little bit that's going to be able to sit down a little bit longer with you and explain it. Maybe it's a different perspective, and they'll be able to explain the scorecard, what to expect, how to gain momentum and earn more through the scorecard. So if you're wondering what on earth I'm talking about with the scorecard, that is one of our bonuses. The scorecard is basically it's a scorecard of your miles, your fuel compliance, your idle time, on-time delivery, CSA violations, preventable accidents, claims. Those are all basically a month-to-month scorecard. You get a certain number of points for each one, a total of 1,000 points for the month, and you want to maintain that 1,000 points. Those who maintain 1,000 points on the company side get a 5 or 4 cents a mile bonus. Those on the lease purchase or owner-operator side get a 3 cent a mile bonus on all the miles that you get for the month, that you've completed for the month. Now that's one of the bonuses. We have another bonus called our Smart Drive bonus, which is something else that the ambassador will explain to you, walk you through, to help coach you if you need the coaching on it, to help you get to the top level. We want those payouts. We have goals, people. This is our 90th anniversary, and our goal is to hit 90,000 payout for the month. So we've got to at least get 1 or 2 of those, right, before the end of the year. The largest so far I think we've had is 82. Is it 82 or 83? But we've paid at least 82,000 out in one of the months this spring, this summer. It was spring. But we want to see some major payouts, you guys. That means the more we're paying out, the better it is for you. So, where is the closest PTI school at 51035? Let's take a look. While I'm looking this up here for you, Justin, it might be Iowa Central. So I'm going to do some checking here. Basically, it needs to be at least 160 hours for the PTDI certified school. So I'm going to come back to answer that question here for you. I want to make sure that I finish up with the orientation process and answer all of those for you as well. But the art ambassador, like I said, they're just going to be hand in hand with you in case you have any needs, questions throughout the first 90 days. You can always reach out to them afterwards, but they'll make sure that they call you on a regular basis within those first 90 days. That's when you have the most questions, because that's when you're new to Decker. So we want to make sure we take advantage of that. Michael says, how much is the sign-on bonus? Right now, the sign-on bonus is $5,000. It pays out quarterly, so it's $1,250 each quarter. Now, there are requirements for the sign-on bonus. You do need to meet your guaranteed pay, the requirements, at least for guaranteed pay, at least 70% of the time for that quarter. So it's not by any means unquestionable. Everybody should be able to make that. There should be no question about it. You should be able to make that sign-on bonus for the first year, $1,250 each quarter. However, if your miles in the refrigerated or van division exceed 25,000 for the quarter, you'll be receiving 5 cents a mile for every mile over 25,000 for the quarter. So that is the additional part of that guaranteed pay. Awesome opportunity to make more money. Speaking of, what did I do with, hang on, why do I always lose things? That's what I do, right? Ha, it's on my printer. All right, speaking of the sign-on bonus, for payouts for our refrigerated division, we have Kelly James. Kelly, rock on. Kelly made an additional almost $300, just shy of $300, in addition to the $12.50 for the quarterly bonus. Like I said, for every mile over 25,000 for the quarter, you're going to get an extra 5 cents a mile. So kudos to Kelly James. That's her first payout for the quarterly bonus. Huge, huge payout. Love it. Clay Reynolds also made extra on his quarterly bonus for the $12.50 and above. Robert Scott, Kenneth Bela, Mark Ruiz, Jason Warchowski also received their quarterly bonus. That's this week. Now, Robert, this is his third quarter bonus, because remember, you get a third quarter, or you get paid every quarter for the 5,000 total, $12.50 each quarter. Kenneth and Mark, this is both their second quarter. So congratulations, you guys. Awesome job. Now, with that being said, we also have the flatbed division. For those in the flatbed division, if you run over 20,000 miles, your bonus goes up an extra 5 cents a mile on all those miles over 20. Both Michael Graff and Robert Baker received, on their first quarter, received extra payouts for their miles as well. Michael is on our short haul, and I got to tell you, running short haul and the number of miles he does within a quarter or in a day or week or whatever, kudos, I kid you not, that is impressive. Michael has been a lease purchase driver for us, and I know I've bragged about him a few times, but it's pretty awesome to see people make those type of numbers. Doing a fantastic job. Michael says, Decker is trying to give money away. Dang rights we are. Yeah. I can do that, but I don't have any in my hand. Well, what else do we have? We've got all kinds of opportunities for it. Right now, we've got the scavenger hunt where you make money on that. We've got the bonuses, the sign-on bonus, the referral bonus, we increased our inspection pay for 60 days. So that was starting on July 10th, right? Yeah, July 10th. For 60 days, we increased our inspection pay from $50 to $100. So every time you get a clean inspection within that 60-day period, you're going to get a $100 incentive, not just the $50, which, $50 was pretty sweet to begin with, but love the boost. But dang rights, Michael, we've got the Scorecard bonus, we've got the Smart Drive bonus, which is a penny per mile for any miles, or for all your miles completed in the month. Your Smart Drive bonus has to be under 20 points. So super doable. Yes, July 10th for the next 60 days. So for both level 1 and level 2 inspection. So make sure you're getting that in, because safety sends out a notice on how many were paid out each week. So pretty cool. Yeah, so like I said, we had a couple of our flatbed drivers as well. Now, the beginning of the year, now you're going to start seeing more flatbed drivers getting it, because this is the time of year you see more flatbed drivers joining us. So that's pretty common. But congratulations. We have all of those individuals who received the referral bonuses this week. Stephen Larson White, Cody Hager, David Mosher, Michael Lister, David Perry Sr., Thomas Potter, Damian Guthrie, Daniel Bolin, Andrew Davis, Richard White, all receiving referral bonuses this week. At least, whether it's their first payout, second or third or fourth payout, they're receiving bonuses this week. So fantastic, you guys. The referral bonus, by the way, pays on first dispatch of the person that you refer. Their first dispatch after 30 days, 60 days, and 90 days. Okay, I know I'm bouncing. But I'm bouncing right back to the orientation so that you know what to expect. So once you've completed your online orientation, you've been approved, you've completed your physical and your drug test, and then you've got transportation. Now, transportation, we're either going to provide you a rental car or a flight. I know some of you guys prefer to drive your own rigs. That's totally fine. If you need another source of or another type of transportation, just communicate that with your recruiter so that we can do our very best to arrange it. We try. Sometimes we run into some roadblocks, but we definitely try to make it as easy as possible for you to come aboard to Decker. You can start either on a Monday or a Wednesday for experienced drivers. Now, if you are new to driving, like Justin was saying, he was asking where the closest PTDI certified school was. Let's see, truck driving school. I wanted to double check this. But for those of you who are new to driving and sorry, I can't type at the same time. New to driving and just completed and graduated from a PTDI certified school, so at least 160 hours, then we can go ahead and have you start on a Monday, and it's a week-long orientation. So yours is going to be a little bit different, but just talk to your recruiter, get all of the details so that you're not missing anything. You've got Sioux City, Iowa. There's a driving academy there. And there's a Morgan driving miles. That one, I don't know if it's PTDI certified, so I'll have to do some check in there for you on that one, Justin. But yeah, it has to be at least 160 hours. That's the key to the PTDI certified school. Let's see, where was I at? Okay, so getting your transportation, we take care of your fuel. If you're driving a rental car, we'll take care of your fuel. You'll just call our after hours. They have a list of individuals who are coming in and how to get you the express code or get you an express code to pay for gas along the way. And then you start orientation Monday morning, for those of you starting Monday, and around 11 o'clock on Wednesday if you're choosing to start on a Wednesday. It's about a 2.5-day orientation. It starts the day off with, first of all, going to go return your rental cars if you have a rental car, hopping into the van, getting you to orientation, have you do a PCE test, which it stands for Physical Capacity Evaluation. That measures your range of motion, your resistance level, making sure that you are physically capable of doing the job, getting under the fifth wheel if need be, cranking that sucker down, throwing tarbs for flatbed. Those are all, it's a machine itself, so you're not necessarily lifting 100 pounds over your head like some of you have done maybe in other companies, but this is just a machine itself that'll measure that for you. So you got the PCE test, you have your driving test, of course, and you have you've already done the urinalysis. You have the hair follicle. So you'll have a hair follicle when you come into orientation. We do the urinalysis ahead of time because the urinalysis you have to have before you get dispatched out, and we don't want to delay you getting dispatched out. That's why we shrunk the orientation to 2.5 days and made it a little easier for you to so you don't have that gap of funds coming in. Financially, it's a better opportunity for you. So that being said, we've got the 2.5-day orientation going through the PCE, the driving test, the hair follicle. You'll go through some additional company policies and procedures. You'll go through the fuel management system, talk with safety, smart drive, a couple of other departments. You might even see Ken or Brad come in and talk, overall company status, operations. You'll talk with Michael usually comes in for operations. And then you'll talk with your driver manager. You'll meet your driver manager, have that one-on-one. And you remember that expectation form that I was talking about a little bit earlier? They're going to have the expectation form in front of them as well. They're going to have their own notes to add to it. The conversation of what kind of miles are you looking for? What kind of pay are you looking to bring home every week? Make sure that you're probably going to be running Chicago. There is some night driving. We have the smart drive system in the truck, so it does have inward and outward facing event recorders. You've already done the hair follicle. You've done the drug and alcohol tests. You've our equipment, because right now you're probably at the point in this part of orientation that you're going to be introduced to your equipment. really quick. So Katie will do a walkthrough with you into your truck, so make sure that it's meeting or exceeding expectations. Most of our equipment are the 579 Peterbilts. We have some 730, 740, 760 Volvos. We have a few Freightliner Cascadia Evolutions. They're all very well maintained. Right now they're 2018 and newer, but the 2018s are being replaced. Anna found the numbers for me yesterday. It's 135 that we've already replaced. However, we have more than twice that we are replacing this year. Getting all those 2018s out of here, making sure that our fleet is the newest yet, with all kinds of amenities. I mentioned earlier, APU, inverter, refrigerator, CB unit, geotab, microwave, refrigerator, what am I missing? Wi-Fi, all kinds of goodies. The 32-inch television has company paid satellite TV. I think I said all that. Frog says, what about running up to Canada? Not that I know of. None that I know of anymore. Nope, not up into there. So lots of opportunity. You'll know the orientation process once you've completed meeting with your driver manager. He or she is going to start working on that dispatch for you. Well, they've probably already started working on it, but they're going to get that assigned to you. You're going to do a walkthrough of your truck with Katie. Get everything in your truck that you need. Yes, we supply a lot of it for you, but you probably still need bedding and a week's worth of your clothes in there, and get everything situated. Probably some food. Get that situated. We'll put you out, get you to work, dispatch you out. You will be headed towards the house on one of your first dispatches. Probably not the first, unless we just had just the perfect luck of the draw there for the logistics side when it comes to coming straight out of Fort Dodge. But it'll be one of your first loads that you can get the rest of your stuff and get everything situated. In a lot of cases, you guys will be home on a weekly basis. In other, all this depends on where you live. Others, it's 2 to 3 weeks out at a time. Some people can get home multiple times throughout the week as well as on the weekend. So it just depends on the division that you're looking for. That's why you want to call our 88 number, 888-668-0698. It's kind of hard to see here. I can tell. I might have to change the coloring. I love my gold though. So 888-668-0698 so that you guys can see it. Maybe if I stand behind it, you can see it better. There we go. So that's the number. And once you've completed the application, spoke to a recruiter, they'll start the ball rolling for you to get you into orientation and answer all those questions. You mean to tell me my truck's getting replaced? Awesome. You betcha, Frog. We've got the 2018s. Those are getting out of here. We're getting upgrades for that. So, awesome. All right. Yes, the 389s, I've gotten questions on that. Usually the 389s are for our veteran drivers. I don't expect any of you to come aboard and get yourself seated in a 389 when it comes to the Peterbilts. Most of those are going to be 579s. But the 389s are for our veteran drivers. Basically, they get the opportunity to spec out some of their trucks. So they're here for 15 plus years, and then Mr. Decker allows them the chance to spec them out a little bit. Some of those are manuals, but it's just always something to look forward to, right? Absolutely. And then you'll get, before you're dispatched out or while you're getting dispatched out, you'll also get that money on your card, so you'll have access to that as well. Don't forget to bring a voided check for direct deposit unless you have a deposit form from your bank. That makes life a whole lot easier, and you won't have a delay in getting paid. And like I said before, everything that comes in by Sunday night, you get paid Friday for. So get everything in on Sunday, you'll get paid that next Friday so that it's in your bank account and rip-roaring and ready to go. Yes, driven to be the best, Anna says, means continually striving to improve all areas to help establish Decker Truck Line as a leader in the industry and a successful company. Most importantly, taking care of our drivers who are the reason that we have a job to begin with. So we appreciate you guys and everything you do. I know it's not Driver Appreciation Week yet, but you need to be reminded that we recognize everything that you do, and we do thank you for for all of your efforts. Please continue to do so. Huge shout out to all of those going through the inspections 2 week and a half ago for the blitz that happened. Perfect score for Decker. We love to see it. You guys rock. Continue it. A little bit of bragging right then and there, right? And Anna told me, Anna, what was the thing you told me earlier today that this is a did you know? I didn't know this. And I thought this was interesting. So I'm going to leave you with this. First, don't forget to subscribe and click that little bell, ring that sucker, and make sure that you're subscribed to us. You'll be notified every time that we go live or we upload a new video. And then, of course, make sure that you're following us on our Facebook page, facebook.com/DTLinc. If you're not, or if you have not yet gotten your scavenger hunt pictures into me, do it. Your chance to win a Yeti and some money, some Visa cards. We like that. But here is the did you know. Did you know that Peterbilt was named after T.A. Peterman, a lumber entrepreneur who needed a better way to move logs from forest to his lumber mills? I did not know that. Very interesting. What I should have done is said, tell me the answer, giving you a trivia. Dang nabbit. Next time. Anna, give me some more trivia. She's the brain, so I gotta go to her. All right, you guys. If you have any questions, reach out to the recruiting department, 888-668-0698. Don't do it as a trap. It's not. Frog, I'm going to do the trivia. It's happening. All right. If you have any questions, get a hold of the recruiting department at 888-668-0698 or apply online at drivedecker.com. You can also see it right there. It's trying to figure out where it is on my screen. All right. I have a lot of questions, Anna says. Anna, call Aaron. No, I'm just joking. Okay. Awesome, you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Justin, it should be family driven to be the best. I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. You guys have a great rest of your day. Justin, just a side note to answer your question. That driving academy is 412 Water Street out of Sioux City. That one looks like it's a minimum of 160 hours, but that's the important part. Make sure it's 160 hours. The Morgan's driving miles doesn't sound like it is, but it's worth looking into. I can tell you that Hawkeye, Fort Dodge Community College, those are all good ones, and also PTDI certified. So, cool. All right, you guys, I will let you be. Have an awesome rest of your week. We'll see you Monday on our Facebook and live at 4 p.m. Central, and Tuesday right back here on our YouTube channel, 11 a.m. Mountain Time or noon Central.